What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of TokeMoments. Today, I got my girl.
Hey. Turn it up. Hey, turn it up.
Guys, with Bisola, it's never a dull moment. You know, we talk every time we meet up. It's a link up.
Yes.
We talk about everything: career, life.
Food, money, responsibility.
You found a man yet?
No man yet. Still very single.
Glowing.
Oh, thank you.
Your skin is popping. This is Bisola 2.0.
Hey.
Face surgery down.
Nothing yet.
Joe was actually like, you know.
Are you serious? Oh, thank you so
much. Your face looks more like the weight loss, yo.
That one. It's been a struggle, but you know, somehow trying to stay consistent. But this knee has been trying to.
A lot of weight. I can't even. I have to give you flowers while you're here. Like.
Thank you.
For what I'm seeing here, this is incredible.
Thank you so much.
And then there's this spring to your step. I don't know. That's why I asked if you found a man yet.
No man yet.
You know how we women are always like glowing.
There must be some guy.
There must be a new guy giving you peace of mind.
There's no man. I decided to give myself peace of mind because it's like.
And the dating game these days is so tiring.
Well, I haven't even been dating, so
what's the last time you dated someone?
What's a birthday?
What's a birthday meaning what?
That have been out there. Baby, what year is this? This is 2017.
So have you been?
That one. I'm a virgin. I don't know what that is. What's this? I don't know that. I don't do such. After I had my daughter, I became a virgin back. my body parts went Benjamin Button on me. Yeah.
In the case of the Bible, where the angel appeared before you, was after.
That's it. Others seal it off.
It's incredible to even hear you say that because you're gorgeous. Like,
thank you.
You're funny. You got great personality.
Thank you.
You're beautiful. And then you sit down and wonder, what the hell do these niggas want?
It's not like I haven't had people, but one thing I've come to believe over the years is my intuition.
Okay.
And my intuition rarely ever fails me, really. So there's something. So it's not like I've not had people come to me and be, oh, Bisola, I like you so much, I want us to be together, but something just holds me back, like and then eventually it unfolds and I'm like, there it is.
And these days it's very easy to unfold. Today I wanted us to talk about Instagram versus reality, you know, because I saw a post that just got me thinking, you know, why is Instagram blamed for
everything?
Failed relationship,
Instagram.
She's doing well,
Instagram.
Marriage crash,
Instagram.
Relationship you find out is cheating,
Instagram.
It's like it was the gram. Like, why do people literally blame everything on a free app?
So it's I wouldn't say it's just the free app. They always just want to blame something for, like, we never really believe that anyone can be doing so well without something. There has to be something wrong somewhere. So the app in this case is what is making people, oh, this person is flossing, is looking good, flying private jets, driving different cars. She's doing it for the gram. He's doing it for the gram. So they always want to blame it on something, never believing that the person is either really hardworking or just doing their job. Yes, just doing their job. That's what I want people to come to my page to see how good I look. And for many people, it's giving them money. There's this, I can't remember his name, but it was maybe 2 years ago, and this video was going around. I was irritated by it because a lot of people were sharing the video saying, what are you? Are you an influencer or you're pushing influenza or something silly like that? I was so irritated by it because I'm like, so someone here is showing off. Let me use the common word that they use, is showing. Let me just use it for layman that is watching. Showing off to make a living for themselves so that other brands are attracted to what you've built for yourself and they pay you for this, and then you say, what? So I'm doing something legit. I'm not stealing. I'm not into fraud. It is legit. You can literally tell. I can show you the papers. I was paid to promote this brand for XY amount of money, and you tell me that what? I'm misleading people?
And I think people forget that there's actually reality and it's controlled content. I tell people, you can't sit here and have 5 hours conversation about somebody's life based off of what you
see on the gram.
First, the app it's free. If it's free and it costs them, don't you for a second think that this person is controlled content? So you see those people who are constantly judging people based off of what they post. And the worst that even gets me off is when they see a popular person, Sola Yola now, over 3 million followers on Instagram, they expect that you should live in a certain way.
kind.
And if you don't, people who look for role models online.
Like, here's the thing. You're putting undue pressure on yourself. You're putting undue pressure on this individual that you supposedly love. Do you know if I laid my bed this morning? Like, and then here you are trying to tell me, oh, she is my role model. Oh, I'm trying to live like her. You've not walked in my shoes. Are you sure you can handle it? Do you really want to know? Like, do you want to know what it is that I've been through? I don't think you really like that. And I keep telling people, like, there's sometimes I've put out posts. I'm like, look, you think you know me, but you see, whatever it is you see out here that I put on here that makes you think you know me, I'm allowing you see it. You don't know me. You have no idea or anything that's going on in my life. You know, but people, like I said earlier, they just want to blame it on something. They just want to attach it on something. And then there are also people that try to shelve their own responsibilities. That's why they always try to see other people as their role models. They don't want to face their realities. They don't want to live their lives and face every consequence to their actions. So they kind of try to aspire to be like other people. There's nothing wrong with having a role model, but you should know where you should try to strike a balance with it. You can't expect to, let me use flying a private jet, for example, or owning a private jet, for instance. How many people own private jets or in their 20s? How many? You know, but you see people setting unrealistic goals for themselves, or because you've seen someone do something like this. Hello, do you know when they started?
I like to call it, you compare your day 1 to somebody else's day 90. Day 90 is what you're seeing. Day 1 was not on the ground because the ground was probably not even in existence. Day 1 was going on.
You know,
and even if it was, she was not ready to share day 1 with you, and she has every right to share what she wants to share, which is what I want to ask you. Is like, how do you feel about people who are so judgmental about what people share and what they don't share? Like people who sit there and think you share too much and you don't share enough. Like, who sets the rules for this Instagram life?
So sometimes it's not a bad thing. People might actually like your content. They enjoy what it is you do. That's why they crave for more. We want to see more, because it's an escape for some people. They just want to let off steam and forget their worries for a while. Now, for some other people, it's envy, it's jealousy. They see you and they never see the positive in anything you do. The first thing they see, rubbish. But they're following you. They're monitoring you.
They're watching your post with their
yeah, like, Kilon, what's all this?
I bet. Those people that like to feel as if they are bigger than Instagram, like that Instagram thing.
they are there. Oh, forget all those that always do those ones. They are there. They are watching. They are monitoring like Instagram. I'm not active.
I don't really post.
To them, because they don't post, that's maturity. That's maturity.
They get on my nerves. It's like, oh, when you're sitting and talking, I don't want to be in your video. Oh, no, I'm very proud.
I'm very proud. I don't want anybody. They are watching everything you are doing. And they can say, oh, yeah, I saw him. Oh, you saw it. Where did you see? Oh, it was someone has actually, it was someone's Instagram.
Somebody sent it to me. They never tell you they have burner accounts. Somebody's always sending them to them. You know those kind of people that, oh, I'm not on the gram. I cannot stand those people who act like those who are on the gram are because I think, honey boo, yes, you think we're childish on the gram. They are the ones that constantly say things like, oh, do you think you share too much? Oh, but I don't like that girl. She's always just posting.
All of them. It's just because you don't have what it takes to be putting out. Don't hate on people that are doing it.
Or at least salute them and say,
let us laugh and be jolly. Don't be tightening the word to your chest. Enjoy what. If you don't like it, just scroll past. Don't criticize them.
Where do we strike a balance between, I'm really just doing a business, I'm really just putting up my brand, I'm really just doing what I love, and I need you to like me? Because I feel like it happens to the best of us. You post out this picture, there's 151 likes, great comments, and there's one bad comment. Yeah. And is that one bad comment you remember? I don't see it happen like that.
Well, I think it's... So for me, what I have done is, whenever I see comments like that, especially get towards my child, I don't even engage. I don't even engage with bad comments because people always try. Sometimes they just want to be noticed. Sometimes they just feel like, oh, when they say nasty things to this person, some blog will pick it up and then they will gain more followers. And okay, maybe that's an avenue. Yeah, that's an avenue for them to gain some followers or gain some sort of popularity. And then for them, here's the thing, they now go to show off to their own friends and say, you know, since I cursed that Bisola for years, see now, I cursed her until pay now. You know, so in their minds, they've achieved something, like they did something, they could jab you. It's not because they don't really hate you. They follow you because they actually like you or they like something you've done in the past. But because they're probably too sad with themselves and they feel like, this one that you feel like, oh, they are untouchable. I'll go do something to you just to make you feel bad. And that's why they do all of those things. So I don't even focus on the negative. Now, the reason why we sometimes tend to notice that one bad comment is, I think it happens, let's not only use social media, let's use friends, for example.
Yes.
Two friends, you have, well, even husband and wife. Husband and wife, you've had such an amazing marriage. Everything has been going good. Everything has been going all right. And say, for instance, the wife cheats. You're going to forget every good thing that person has done for you.
And focus on
that one thing. It's a human thing. I don't know what it's called. I don't know why we always just focus on that one negative thing. I think maybe it's also because our subconscious has kind of programmed us to believe that we are not perfect. And when that imperfect trait has been pointed out, or we can see it in somebody else, we hold on to it that, okay, yes, I was right. Anyway, I was right. This is what I've always been thinking. So it's years, the subconscious thing, it's years of us always kind of, one, looking for validation in other people. And when you're looking for validation in something or someone, it's because you're lacking something. You're not really confident in yourself. You always want someone to praise you. You always want to be the angel in everybody's eyes. But if you sit down and you search deep down within yourself, you would find that you have tons and tons and tons of flaws, but we don't want to address it.
There are people who their mood is dependent on the amount of likes they have.
Yep.
The conversations they have is centered on, let me just do this for the gram. Let me just do it. And people forget that its concept of Instagram is controlled content.
It's all
so
controlled.
How do you let that now affect how you interact with your family members? Because people are not liking your stuff on Instagram, you believe that people don't like you.
They get sucked in, like into the black hole. Like what's important for people is that they should know Instagram is Instagram, and then reality is reality. If you're putting out content, let's know that it's just content. Don't go into that world and think that everything that revolves around you is that. You know, people need to strike that. Yeah, they are.
Instagram,
they have nothing. Yes, and it's sad. It's sad, but it's important that once in a while you take a break.
I was just gonna get to that. I know people who take breaks, but I do know people who their source of livelihood also
is from there. So
an influencer, there are days when I really want to take a break, but I have the same luxury. I have things that I'm just like, you know, for me, I think I've just been able to handle it is I don't know, I just switch off. You know, I just
mentally.
Like, I can't let this, you know, because as if we're the ones custodians saying it is controlled content, you know, is it that people have now gotten so obsessed with it? Look at Safari's comments. I read this and I realized this is exactly what we're talking about, Bisola. You find 22-year-old, this generation after us.
I think many of them...
The obsession with perfection. I don't get
Obsession with perfection, entitlement mentality, laziness. Always wanting quick, fast cash. It doesn't work that way. For the entitlement part, I was guilty of it. I was guilty of it when I got into Project Fame about in 2008. That's what, maybe 12, 13 years ago.
You don't always understand.
Oh, it's too Lerma. As in, every one of them, I do trek things.
You trek, my friend.
So when I got out of Project Fame, I was so entitled. I was like, yeah, they've seen, because the comments got to me. I think it was only Facebook at the time. There was no Instagram, or I hadn't joined. There was no Instagram, so it was like everyone, when I post Facebook pictures, like, Bisola, you're so talented. I go, so, oh my God, I watched your project, I loved it. So it got to my head, and I'm like, okay, if all of these people watched me, then where's the record deal? Okay, let it come. When record deal was not coming, I had a baby on the way. The baby finally came, and I couldn't provide for her. It was a massive wake-up call, and it just took me back to the drawing board. I had to start everything afresh. I'm like, look, why would anyone give me anything based off of the opportunity, the privilege I had to be on a show? Do you know how many other million people who are way more talented than you are that didn't have that opportunity? So what are you going to do with it? You're going to waste it like that, Abby? Hell no. Which was why for Big Brother, I said, and I had reminisced, I had imagined myself in that house for so many years. And I told myself, like, Louis, what's one house here? The way we sing, the way we act, you will be frustrated. Let everybody see and be like, oh my God, this guy is I know I'm going to Hollywood. I don't know when, I don't know how it's going to happen, but I have to be ready because it can happen at any time. So it was a conscious thing. Like why I said, Hollywood board, Hollywood board, like that's what I thought.
It's woke mentality. Everybody's woke.
Everybody's woke. You can't tell me nothing.
You know what made me laugh? Just listening to you talk about this wokeness. I remember when there was an issue with I think that I don't know who made the blunder online, and I think there was a victim of rape, and somebody asked, like, well, I think the girl who was raped is going to read in a church, and somebody asked, what was she looking for? What was she going around in the church?
Oh, yes.
And the outcry, which was well deserved. I understood that victim blaming, but I feel like we should learn to correct more and not shame.
Shame, yes.
Your parents in the house share this opinion.
Yes.
You've not finished correcting them. Many parents will have said,
church. Yes.
They will say because they don't know any
better.
Instead of us correcting ourselves with love.
Love, yes.
This new generation are quick to want to shame and
attack, yes.
It's more like let's attack than educate.
Educate,
so
yes.
When I was dragging that fella, I thought to myself, why are you acting as if it's not in the last 3 years you found out that victim blaming is a thing? Why are you acting as if it's not in this woke Black Lives Matter movement that we all are just waking up and realizing that, wow.
So many things. Yes.
5-6 years
Yes,
ago.
we're unlearning and relearning, and then we don't want to give another person the opportunity to do so. It just feels like everyone should be moving at the same pace. Yes, you should be moving at the same pace as us. If you're not thinking on the same wavelength, cancelled.
This has been such a fun chat because I really wanted to know from somebody who, it's not easy.
No, it's not.
It cannot be easy having to be all of these things and still manage your own sanity, mental health, off of what you see, because we see so much today. Billboards, laptops,
yes.
social media, the information we consume. I wonder how our brains even still function some days.
And to think that we're only using 10% of our brains. So imagine.
Thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you for having me.
This is such an interesting conversation because I've learned so much from even just talking to you about certain things and just this validation thing and and that's what this show is all about. We aim to inspire, we aim to entertain, and we aim to educate. So join us again on the next episode of TokeMoments.
Hey.
Goodbye. Hey.